What's up, folks? Had some technical difficulties getting set up here. So holler if you're watching, if you can hear me. Say what's up. It's been a minute since I've done a stream. I feel like, because my lazy ass just does these streams from my phone, from the YouTube app. What's up, Eric? And I feel like there's this ongoing beef between YouTube and Apple, and I feel like some of the issues I'm encountering might be a part of that. I might be collateral damage in the turf war between YouTube and Apple. That is, I mean, I don't know. I'm an Apple loyalist. I do a lot of creative stuff, video, Photoshop, etc., etc. And I just generally have better luck with Apple products, with Macs in that regard. What's up, Meme Team Geek? But when I'm doing this kind of stuff, it actually, it hinders my workflow a little bit. Not having, not using PC type gear. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year, he says at the end of February. I had to go, I took everything. It took a lot of willpower to not make some like real shitty, angry videos about like, so many problems. Oh my God, man. McFarlane is just, there's gotta be a gas leak over there or something. They are just stepping in it nonstop this year. Just a lot of really baffling, stupid decisions. And, you know what? They haven't been sending me a ton of stuff lately, and I don't know if it's because I've been running my mouth. I mean, I don't really give a shit either way. Because most of the stuff they've been sending me is just damn gimmicky repaints nobody gives a shit about. So whatever. If you're just going to send me freaking infected Superman for the 25th time, like, I don't care. Oh man, but yeah, like, oh man, I had to exercise some restraint. I just said, you know what, we're going on hiatus. I gotta step back for a little bit. Otherwise, I was gonna be one of those chuckle fucks that like just makes the videos where the thumbnail is just like me making a dumbass face, like $40. What's up, Dom Life? Good morning. Happy President's Day. Anyway, yeah, I was just gonna be one of those, dummies making that just like low-hanging fruit content, like low effort. $40. I don't. Like, it's not what I'm doing this for. You know what I mean? I'm not making videos about stuff that I'm crying about. Why the hell would I even make that video? Why would I spend time on that? Trying to have a good time. But, hey, I don't know. So, as far as, like, the DC Multiverse, McFarlane stuff right now, my enthusiasm's at a low, on a low setting right now. So, but that's all right. The channel's not going anywhere. If, we could walk away from this stuff tomorrow, and I'm still, we might have some, we might have to rediscover ourselves as far as what we spend our time talking about on the, this channel, but I'm not going to go anywhere. There's still, even if most of you all leave, I'll still do this dumb crap. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff we can talk about. This isn't my whole life. But for now, for the time being, we're still talking about this stuff. We're here for it. There's there've been some really great looking reveals. They've all been, you know, cost too much money, but leaning a little bit on repaints, reissues a bit too much. But there's some cool stuff coming. I got all kinds of cool stuff here. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna try not to cry too much about it, right? Yeah, giving us a lot to complain about. The newest one is this. So there's a solo carded Anne Hathaway Catwoman coming, and a Christian Bale Batman with a fabric wired cape, and they're both platinum editions. This Catwoman is like kitted out with extra hands. She's got dope accessories. She's got the empty, broken bat cowl. She's got a little, like, the thing with the pearls on a sort of faux, like a display kind of neck, you know, thing. A little, they're platinums. What do you mean they're platinums? Those are like literally what everybody wants. What are they doing? What is there a gas leak over at McFarlane? They are just stepping in it nonstop, dude. I don't know what they're... This digital shit, who fucking cares about digital? Nobody does. What is this? What's happening? What year is it? God. Oh, my God. It's taken a lot of willpower for me to not make some angry videos about this. Woo! What are they doing? I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. I'm not gonna, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've had like a really swell attitude about some of this crap. Like I've had a, you know, fairly optimistic, and not because they send me stuff and not because they're paying me to do it. I'm just like, okay, if you're gonna reissue some stuff, that'll help us get new sculpts and stuff. And, you know, you do the gimmicky repaints, and it's not for me, but I'm not gonna cry about it. But now it's dude, it's gone off the rails. Off the rails. So, I mean, I don't know. My first full-on review of the year might be that Infinite Earths wave come not till next month even. And I'm gonna let him have it, dude. I am not happy. Not happy at all. But I'm not going to make one of those videos where the thumbnail is me going, $40, I did one of those, the Jokerized one, and that was a goof. And that was me actually being positive about the Jokerized figures. So, yikes. Let's open some fun stuff. Actually, you know what? Before we open new stuff, I got to show you something. This really... this is going to be super underwhelming for most, but for me, this is something really special. This is something I forgot about. I had this when I was a kid, and it kind of just jumped out at me in like a eBay suggested listing, and it's here we go. It's this little PVC little doodle here, this little Batman, 1989 Applause brand, a little freaking PVC Batman. But I had this thing when I was a kid, and I mean, I'm not kidding. Like I had it in the same time period that I would have had like these, you know, this Batcave, the Toy Biz, and then eventually the Dark Knight collection, but the Toy Biz era. And I mean, I had this thing, I carried this with me everywhere, dude. It saw as much playtime as any of these action figures did. And I saw it, immediately recognized it. There's also a black one. I'll probably grab a black one too, because I think I did have the black one as well. It's identical. It's just all black with the, you know, yellow emblem. But man, I don't know, this thing, this really took me back. YH, you had one of these guys too? It took a little work to find one, you know, with clean paint on it. but I did. Something you can also find very readily on eBay is another item that I had as a kid, and I've been sitting on this for a while now, but it's been in the box. I'm going to open it up since I got this. I had this when I was a kid, this little Ertl Tim Burton Batmobile, and this just saw all kinds of... I played the hell out of this thing. It hilariously has just the bat emblem on the top there. It makes no sense, but we got to get it out. I mean, look at this thing. Unpunched. You can find these all day on eBay for like $8-10. So and this one's got a little, it's not mint or anything, so we're gonna treat it like an opener. Time to get this out. We're taking a little detour into the past. What's up, Wu-Tang Batman? Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, here it is, man. I mean, I played with these all the live long day as a little kid. This is an important little pair of dumb little junky tchotchkes. They meant a lot to me, though. Meant a lot to me. Love this. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Hey, Richard, what's up, man? You prefer the past? I don't know if I prefer the past, but definitely got some, you know, well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if, like, I don't know. The house is on fire. I can only grab one thing from here. What is it? What do I grab? An old thing? Do I grab an... I don't know. It's all replaceable. It's all replaceable, you know? Doesn't matter that much. Tony, what's up? Reality Rebel, how's it going? These are hilarious, man. It's funny, I'm like waxing poetic about these dumb little... They're just worthless little doodads. What I want to open now, though... These aren't exactly blasts from the past, but they are, I think, dependent on some sense of nostalgia to get some enjoyment out of. These are, well, they're reissuing already the Batman 66 line with some fresh paint, fresh heads on them, as this New Adventures of Batman cartoon series from, I don't know, a long time ago. I never watched it. But let's, YH, you know what, I did, where did he go? Where did I put that guy? Yeah, I got that little Batman as part of a lot, and he came with this pink one, which I believe I had this guy too back in the day. Pretty good, pretty fun little version of him. You get it. So let's look what we got here. Let's get all these out. Let's come down here a little bit. I mean, we've mostly seen these since they're just, you know, reissues of the what you call it, 66 line, but these will be fun to open. Some new stuff here. You know, this Gordon will be fun. Let's do this thing, right? Just gonna rip them all open. It's not like pulling them off these blisters is gonna be the most exciting. I tell you what, Dom Life says the retro stuff's where it's at. That superpower stuff is some of the best stuff they're doing right now. tape. Why did they tape down the tape? God. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting these are 6-inch. I've got something I want to do here with this Joker, or at least I want to try here in a minute. Oh man, Reality Rebel. So I just went on this big tangent about McFarlane and how they're screwing up lately, and I had to kind of walk away from it. Another reason I was kind of just like, haven't been making much content lately. I don't know, dude. Something happened to YouTube or the internet in general. I mean, it was already a pretty, you know, like, negative and stupid place, but like, the reaction, dude, the reaction to the Suicide Squad game has been embarrassing. Like, people are making fools out of themselves, like, crying about this Suicide Squad game. Is it a great game? I don't know if it's a great game. It's very good. I like a lot of things about it. It plays like butter. The gameplay is just, oof, it feels really dialed in. It feels really nice. But being one of those live service games, one of those online multiplayer games, there's just a looseness about it, an unfocused quality about it. It's the difference between firing up GTA 5, the campaign, or firing up GTA 5 online. In that, you know, the online, it just doesn't quite feel like that, like you're being guided through an experience. There's something loosey-goosey about it. Of course, tons of navigating menus. You know, it's the difference between firing up Arkham, one of the Arkham games, and Fortnite. So if that's not your, you know, if that's not what you're into, it's not going to be what you're into. And I much prefer a narrative campaign, a single player game. That's much more what I'm into. They want to do something else. They're trying to do something else. Fine, good on them, man. Too many people think I don't like it is like a thoughtful or important like critique. I'm like, I don't like it. Or that not liking it is like representative of some failure. I don't know. It's just dumb. And it is, you know, as I talk about, like, maybe getting kind of fed up with what McFarlane's doing, you know, right now, or maybe kind of taking a step back on toy content. You know, I'd love to talk about other forms of media. You know, we can talk about movies, we can talk about video games. And I'm going to talk, you know, whatever we kind of cover on this channel, I'm going to be covering it in the same attitude, which is not one, I mean, it's just, I don't know, dude, like, I went to school for this kind of stuff, and, you know, for creative stuff, and we did art crits, which is like, you don't get up in your feelings, you step back and you say, what were they trying to accomplish? Did they succeed at that? That's what art criticism is. It isn't some, they're betraying the characters. Oh no, they betrayed. Like, oh my god, dude. If you think that Suicide Squad game is the worst thing that's ever happened to Batman in 80 years, 80 plus years of people doing different interpretations of this, and, oh man, I don't know what to tell you, folks. I don't know what to tell you. What's up, Danko? I mean, a lot of the thing is, a lot of the criticisms about the game, they're not necessarily wrong. Like, there is a real problem with the world feels a little empty. Like, the Metropolis, incredible design, but it does feel a little empty. And the missions are a bit repetitive. But, I mean, I hate to tell you, but a lot of the missions in the Arkham games are pretty repetitive. I mean, we give it a pass because it feels, you know, like we want it to feel. But, all right. Puppyplex, what's up, buddy? All right, let's look at what we got here. Well, I mean, if you got any of the 66 stuff, you know what these are going to be all about. I like the 66 stuff. I haven't gone all in on collecting everything. I think all I have is Batman, Robin, Batgirl from 66. I haven't gone in on any of the rogues. I do much prefer the superpowers approach. I like the way those figures kind of feel. And I do. I mean, I really like... I really, really like the 66 Batman, but I just don't need this. I don't need that line in like a separate scale than the rest of the multiverse and so on. I would rather just get a 7-inch Adam West personally. So anyway, there we go. Does this focus? It's trying to focus on me. Help. Let's see if I get down here. But I am a sucker for a retro blue and gray Batman. I do like that. I like this Robin and his tidy whities. When was the Riddler pink? The Riddler was pink in the animated intro for this old cartoon, and only there. And so this is kind of like a little gag, I believe, and playing off of that. I don't know, some weird stuff. Like the Joker comes with this newspaper. Kind of a funny, you know, prop, could be funny. Back in the day, the old superpowers or DC superheroes line, the Riddler even came with a paper list of riddles. So this kind of feels like a throwback to those old accessories. But he can't hold it. How's he supposed to hold this damn thing? He's got a fist and that weird open hand. What's the point? Stupid. Just, you know, not thought through very well. Oh, this is the real gem of the whole thing, and this will go into my, you know, multiverse line, which is Bat-Mite. That's pretty wonderful. He doesn't move or anything. He also kind of feels like the Great Gazoo a little bit. Any Flintstones fans? But yeah, that's pretty funny. You gotta love that Bat-Mite. So I'll have, you know, eventually I'll have a shelf up here with like Bat Family. I'll put him in there. But something I really wanted to do here with these was see if I don't have all my old vehicles, but I brought this from work. I don't know if he's going to fit in there. I forgot about these being 6-inch. I was thinking they'd be like superpowers size. Yeah, he's too big. Damn it. He's not going to fit in here. Let's see what we got. Hey, attorney, what's up, buddy? Yeah, he's not going to fit in there. I did not think that through very carefully. What's up, Jacob? What's up, Hambone? Yeah, well, okay. So that ended up being that was a bust. I just wanted a reason to bust out this classic Joker band. Baby, love this thing. I've told this story before, but I used to when I was a kid, I had this weird, like, confused memory, and I didn't put it together until I recently picked up this Joker band. But when I was a kid, for some reason, I don't know, I internalized my recollection of this flip out seat at the top of this Joker van, and I confused it with the A-Team van, and I thought I would have sworn that the A-Team had like a thing at the top of their van that they could pop out the top and start blasting guys. What I was remembering was this dumb toy. So that's just, I mean, very, like, I couldn't tell a more pointless story than that of me thinking about a thing that didn't exist, but there you go, you're welcome. Oh, Tony, Turtles Van Pizza Shooter. I never had that. That was one of the Turtles vehicles I never actually had. I had some real gems though. I mean, I had the Technodrome, and I had the Mutant Module, which is the drill, the Shredder's, drill thing that he goes, through. Felt pretty baller about that. What's up, Julian? Yes, I did, Danko. I did order that Ramen Toys upgrade for the Batmobile. And that thing looks really sharp. I'm looking forward to putting that on there. It really is a big improvement. And I stand by that. The shape of the cockpit not being a total deal breaker for the original toy, but that is a big upgrade. This guy's a pain in the ass to put in here. I do still think to this day, like, the Playmates Ninja Turtles line is kind of the gold standard in my mind. But, that was also just kind of what I grew up on. I didn't grow up on G.I. Joes or He-Man, Master of the Universe. I grew up on Playmates Turtles. And there's just something about those toys, the asymmetrical sculpts, the storytelling in those sculpts. Like, to this day, I think one of the best action figures of all time is the sewer surfing Michelangelo. That top to bottom, that whole figure just tells a story. All the little details reinforced. He's got like crabs hanging off of him because he's been surfing, and he's covered in trash from the sewer and stuff. And the colors and everything. I think that is one of the all-time greats. So the big new one here for me is this. Damn it! Hang on. I didn't put Joker's hat back on when I put him in the van. Hambone, I'm after we're done here, you go back to the beginning, watch the beginning of the stream. I shared some thoughts, and the current state of Todd & Co. It's bad, dude. It's real bad. They're huffing gas over there or some shit, dude. They're out of their crazy, dude. DA, this shirt came from, dude. Damn it, now, what's the name of it? I think this was it's an Instagram shop, and it was either Graveyard Goods or Pentagram Peter Pan. It's one of those, like, places. They normally do horror stuff, but they've been on one with the, look at this. Dude, look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Oh, shit, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Wait till you see the back of this shirt, dude. Look at this. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Kidding me. Come on. They're killing it. Wait, does it say on here? Where is it? No. I think it's Pentagram Peter Pan on Instagram. Hang on, I gotta show you another one. Hang on. But it's one of those places that do like limited time drops, you know what I mean? So they'll make this stuff available for like a weekend, you know, and then it'll disappear for a while, and then in a few months they bring it back. Look at this one. But are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. Hoodie. Batman Forever hoodie. Look at this. Look at these sleeves, dude. Come on. Are you kidding me? On the sleeves. Come on. Killing it. Killing it. Bro. The drip is real. Oh wait, so the one of these I wanted to I think I got that the non-zip up hoodie in a medium. Everything else I'm small. I'm a slim. Drink of water here. This was the kind of new to me, was this Gordon. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's very cool. I'd like to see how maybe will he fit in next to like a let's see. Yeah, I mean, he'll hold up really, really well next to a 6-inch guy. So that's something. I'm thinking about. I've kind of been just keep an eye on Hasbro stuff lately as it goes on sale. And I just scoop up anything that's like remotely civilian feeling. From Legends or you know, G.I. Joe, Black Series, or Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones got some great civilian style figures. The idea being, you know, eventually I'll have a more kind of sort of semi-permanent Dio display. Not here. It'll be when we buy a house, you know, and I kind of get into a to a more permanent type toy room situation. Puppyplex. I backed the Street Humans Kickstarter. I was rooting for that. I really thought that had some great potential. Hopefully, you know, hopefully he comes back to it. For me, I thought he was pushing too hard on the storyline. I mean, I get why he was trying to do that with the there's a it's kind of a Saturday morning cartoon kind of universe, and it's got that feeling, and he's thought about it in that regards. But I thought the selling point was like 6-inch civilians, and you can mix and match, and you got background henchmen or just civilians for your little 6-inch world. So, you know, hopefully he comes back and maybe has some success. Well, Victor, happy birthday. Good to see you. Great job. Many happy returns. So actually, I'm gonna file this guy with my. I just got, you know, an ongoing bin of Hasbro civilians. I'll put them in there with those. These are all right. I mean, I just don't need them is the thing. They're better than they're all right. They're pretty fun. But I just don't really need them. In fact, I've been on the fence of if I need to actually pick up a second 66 Batmobile, because the one I had I used to make the war rig. So I couldn't decide if, oh, should I go back and grab a 66 Batmobile just to keep one on hand, have it available. I probably will, because even if the scale's not quite right, you can kind of fudge it in there with the other stuff and make it seem like almost like a, you know, the Murphyverse, the White Knight, the Batman White Knight comics. You know, they always end in some crazy, you know, Batmobile orgy where everybody's in a different, like, Batmobile. Dom Life. What was going on here in Indy? Oh, the All-Star Weekend. No, I didn't. I don't go in for the sports stuff too much. Don't really follow along. I had a lot of friends working that weekend, because I got, you know, background in video stuff. I don't do like live events type thing, but I do have a lot of friends that do that kind of stuff. So I had a bunch of friends working that event in different capacities. We're gonna open some stuff. We're gonna open some Warhammer-ish here. These look pretty fun. I got a whole bunch of these. I've also got artist proofs of all of these. I'm not gonna do any giveaways today. I just got too much going on, and I'm not organized to keep track of all of that. But I've got some giveaways coming up. Basically, I've decided, you know, I'm not gonna beat myself up too hard if we don't do a giveaway stream on the dot every month, because I'm definitely coming through with the giveaways for y'all. So, you know, if you want to hang in there and keep subscribed, the opportunities will come around. I'm just not going to beat myself up too hard if I don't do it on the dot every month. I mean, dude, the Christmas stream I did, I gave away hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. Yeah, Reality Rebel, I really like these boxes as well. These actually deserve some a look. Extremely modern. They almost feel like a, I don't know, video game menu screen aesthetic. So, man, these have got some decent accessories in here, some extra hands. I don't think I've ever seen that in any of the Warhammer stuff. But then again, I don't pay that close attention, so. I'm definitely going to give away the artist proofs. I might give away these. We will see. I won't decide that today, because I'm probably just not going to have a ton of use for them. I've got one Warhammer Space Marine set back because I want to turn it into something funny, like give it a Garfield head, or you know what I mean, something stupid. Turn him into a custom Space Marine. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I saw somebody the other day on Instagram had done one of these Space Marines, and they turned it into a Boba Fett. Dom Life says he subscribes to support the channel. You're not worried about the giveaways. I appreciate that, buddy. And like I said, we're still going to be I mean, the DC Multiverse line could disappear tomorrow. We're still going to be here in some capacity. What exactly? I don't know yet. But... Oh, Reality Rebel, that's a great idea. Maybe I should make him a Space Marine Joker. And I know you said Joker Goon, but I'm thinking just giving him a full-on Joker head and make him a Space Joker. A Robert Heinlein ass Joker. I'll be honest, I don't. Oh, my cat's going crazy. I'm always a little reserved about the Warhammer stuff. Because a lot of times I can't tell if the people that are really into it, if they're into it in a satirical way, or if they actually really like the, you know, if the space fascism actually appeals to them. It's like it's kind of like Dark Knight Returns, you know. When Dark Knight Returns came out, it was satire. It still is satire, but then Frank Miller kind of went a little crazy, and now I feel like his beliefs aren't actually that far from some of the attitudes expressed in Dark Knight Returns. So I'm not quite sure. It becomes a little hard to follow when the parody becomes real. All right, man. So all these guys have multiple accessories, multiple hand options. This is pretty dope. Some decent paint apps. I mean, there's some stretches where you're going, well, I wish you put a little bit more paint. You know, I wish there had been some paint on here. I wish there had been some paint on here. Some of it feels real plain Jane, and some of it feels like it's really, you know, been touched with the appropriate amount of love. So it's hard to tell, you know. Like, you know, great details up here. All the same color. Amazing, incredible jetpack thing. But no paint on it. You know, it is what it is. It's the world we live in now, I guess. I don't know. It's the insane lore and cool model designs for Ficadin, though you missed the blatant satire Warhammer had it in the 80s and the early 90s. Right. Something happened, all the people that were into, like, like Heavy Metal magazine and shit, which, you know, or 2000 AD, and then they actually, you know, then it turns out they got a little older, and then all of a sudden started, like, literally agreeing with Judge Dredd, and it's like, well, I don't know, buddy. I think y'all kind of lost the plot there. One more, and this is the, I guess it's the bigger one. Let's see how much bigger he is out of here. I remember being a kid, there was a game preserve in the mall. So, you know, I'd go to the mall with my mom on weekends, and she'd be like, well, I'm going to go to the department stores, and you can float around between, you know, there were probably 4 or 5 shops in the whole mall that I actually wanted to go to, and she'd be like, all right, I'll find you at one of your shops in an hour. And I would go, sometimes I'd go sit at Game Preserve and watch other people play. You know, they would have the minis and they would have the whole game board set out. It always looked fun, but I could never really get into it. The stuff was always very expensive, and yeah, I wasn't gonna get invested into that subculture, but it was pretty fun. Okay, this is interesting here. So we have this bigger guy. So he's bigger, I guess, but man, a lot of these big pieces, you hear that? You know what that means, right? So he's big, but he's kind of feels cheaper and lighter weight than these guys. It feels less dense. Feels like not as much. He's only got this one gun that actually kind of fits in his hand, maybe not in a great way. Some nice paint apps here. I like this very pretentious, like, you know, quasi-religious, you know, poetry here, you know, inscribed on the armor and fun stuff like that. I love that kind of storytelling embellishments. Some pretty cool looking, like, I like how these look like the suit underneath here. You bend those knees and it doesn't, it looks totally fine under there. You wouldn't even know that it's a kind of a joint. It's hidden that really well. Man, this is some really nice action here at the hips for how kind of big and chunky this guy is. You see how we get this rotation? It doesn't quite go to the sides, but the forward lift is great. Look at this. Man, I really like that. I'm satisfied with that. This might be the one I kind of want to hang on to, even though he feels a little cheap. I like the tubes running here over the elbows. You know, the big cartoony details, the vents on the back. That's kind of nice. I wish he felt a little nicer, but compare that to, I mean, these guys got pretty good lifts here too. I mean, they got double knees. Do they have these? These actually have double elbows. This is wild. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I'll be completely honest. That's a double elbow here on this big chunky hoss. I'm pretty impressed by that. Yeah, these are fun. These are cool. I don't think I'd ever be picking them up for myself, just because it's just not, I'm not into the property that much. I wish McFarlane would do a Starship Troopers line for real. You know what I mean? That's what I'd love to see that. Pretty fun, you know, and they've got a nice matte quality about them, especially this one. Where it feels like they've been a little hit or miss on getting that nice kind of layer of polish at the end of it all, giving it a nice, you know, matte coat. It does feel better than that sort of glossy kind of, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Hang on, I'm gonna go get a drink. Give me a second. BRB. All right. Code Red is what we went with. I have not tried Helldivers 2. I've seen people talking about it as part of the Suicide Squad discourse, but I'm not really actually familiar with it. I am probably going to... I'm looking forward to the season 1 of Suicide Squad game starting with DLC and stuff, but I'm probably going to take a little bit of a detour through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth land. I was very impressed by that first part of the Final Fantasy VII remake, that first game. But I'm really curious to see how it's gonna play out with like the open world, and is it gonna be as is it gonna feel as big as kind of the original game did, and how's that gonna shake out? And I don't think the it doesn't look like the High Wind is gonna be in it. That's probably gonna be for the third game, the High Wind, but yeah, I'm very eager to see how that all kind of shakes out. Steel, I'm about to go now. Hang on. I'm going to put some of these boxes away real quick. Nomad, what's up, buddy? How's it going? You know what I'm just realizing thinking about it? I was talking about how I'm kind of, just frustrated with what McFarlane's doing lately. But the truth of the matter is, if they hadn't been sending me stuff, I wouldn't have done very many reviews last year. I was just getting the characters they were releasing and stuff. I was getting to the point where it's like, all right, I'm just gonna get what I want now. When the line first started, I just loved the figures so much, and I just wanted every opportunity I could to every excuse to pick them all up and see what they were doing. Now, as time goes on, and there's no shortage of releases, when the line first started, it was like maybe 4-6 new figures every 3 months. Now, it's more. So, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. If I keep talking shit the way I have been, they'll probably stop sending me stuff. We'll see. I don't know, man. The way they send me stuff has been weird from the get-go. Like, half the time they'll tell me when it's on the way, and half the time a box shows up, and who knows what's in it. Or like, recently, the past few shipments I've seen that I've gotten, they'll send Shiz and Ahsoka and some of those other guys. They'll send them the new high demand, brand new hotness, and then they just send me the glow in the dark and the sketch edition, and it's like, all right, well, hey. I'm not obligated to say anything nice about these. I've had a good attitude just because up until the past few months, I felt like, they're making a pretty good faith effort. And now it's like 2024 is like the year of the gas leak at McFarlane. Oh. Dom life. Even if they send me that Catwoman, I'm gonna make a big stink about that, dude. Believe it. I'm gonna fucking roast their asses over that platinum. The solo edition, Anne Hathaway, is platinum only, and she's got some of the best accessories I've ever seen. No, they're fucking up. This guy feels pretty good though. I'm liking this. Are these the same legs off Gladiator Soups? He feels awfully familiar, and it feels. I want to say this is a partial reuse of Gladiator Superman, which is a figure I really, really like. That's actually one of my favorite Superman figures they've done. Man, this guy's got a pretty good look. What I hate is this stupid blue. They got this idea, and it's not the worst idea in the world. They do it sometimes where they do the intentionally marbled plastic, and I don't really ever like it. It's an interesting thought for surfaces that should be kind of organic, but this just looks like, it just looks accidental. It just looks stupid. It's not good. And I really, I don't like when, I have a big pet peeve about surfaces that should be metallic, not being metallic. Steel, I think you could go either way. You could have steel be shiny metallic, or be a dull, you know, not polished kind of metal, and be kind of junkyard scraps almost. I could see that, you know what I mean, that kind of vibe about it, but the marbling in here, it's just a misstep. I do have the platinum one over there. I don't like it better. I don't like the color better because I like that pop of red on the cape. I'm gonna do it. I'll do a giveaway here soon with the other version, but it's too bad because I want to like it. I love the concept of Steel as a character. I think it's a really good. I mean, I saw that Shaq movie in theaters, folks. I was there. All right. Yeah, he don't look right. I don't know, man. It's too bad. I don't know. God, he can't. About to break this damn hammer and get it in his hand. Just rammed that hammer in there, no heat, just bareback. As far as this being, like I said, I think this is a partial reuse of Gladiator Superman, and I do really like that body. And I actually, I do kind of like when McFarlane, what the hell, does the longer exaggerated legs and arms, because it helps in when you do like when you bend those double knees. But oh man, this guy's legs don't lift up for anything. Dude, come on. Look at this. What is going on, dude? Oh my God. What are you doing, guys? I don't know, man. Oh, this is a turd. This thing sucks. Yeah. Wow. I really thought it was just going to be the blue and it'd be a pretty decent figure, but nah, dog. Yeah, they done goofed on this one. This sucks. This sucks. Too bad. If you want this and you get them in just like one pose and then paint them yourself, great. This sucks. This is crap, and they are fucking up bad, dude. Imagine if you paid $40 for this. Jeez. Danko, I'm gonna hold on to him for posterity for the moment. He's probably not gonna be one we're TBD on that. Right now, I'm kind of in a place where like, Well, this guy, Puppyplex, this guy wasn't $40, but, you know, like that upcoming Infinite Earth's Wave, that's half reuse, and they're all $40 a piece. This is bad. This is bad. It'd be a ripoff for 25 bucks would be a ripoff, but if we're gonna have to start paying 40 goddamn dollars now, and you get something like that, dude, they've got to get their shit together. Did somebody important leave? I don't know. What happened? What is going on over there? Is Todd up is the Spawn movie actually happening and that's where his attention is? Or is he just is there just a gas leak over there? What the fuck? Bad job. Danko, I dabble is the right word for my relationship with the imports. Here and there, they're generally just not worth 60, 80, 100 bucks for me. At least they're not worth like buying a bunch of characters at that price point. I don't get off on like collecting a bunch of, like if I had a shelf here and every single it was loaded up with like, you know, 20 guys per shelf and each one cost you know, 60, 80 bucks, I wouldn't be feeling good about it. Connected, like I literally just said, that Infinite Earth's Wave is 40 bucks. So I didn't say this was 40 bucks, but I said imagine if you paid 40 bucks for something like that. And then I clarified, after I said that, I clarified it again, and you're still asking about it. Feels like maybe. All right, last one. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, and nobody ever talks about it, Northern Nomad, about those imports, is like, dude, they are not all that. They're not all that. Like, a lot of them break and have problems and stuff. This guy's loaded up with some stuff. Now it's all mostly old stuff. King Spawn. King Spawn. Oh, he smells good. He does smell good. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. Mezco's not an import. If it's 60 bucks, if the price point's 60 bucks, I call it. I lump it in there with the with those imports, with the boutique brands, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I think you guys are able to absorb the spirit of what I'm trying to say, even if I don't phrase it perfectly. Sometimes I see comments come in and they're not like worded perfectly. And what I do is I meet the person in the middle and am willing to try to address the spirit of what they're saying and not needle them about inaccuracies. Okay, so he's got a lot of guns, and we've seen them all already. They don't have a drop of paint on them, many of them. Just, I mean, oh man. These look like shit. These look bad. Yeah, I mean, so if you've got any of the weapons pack, you've seen these guys already. Goodness great. And they're all, of course, they're huge. They're all the wrong scale for like any of the figures that they make. So, you know, when you get those McFarlane weapons packs and you're like, hey, great, I collect McFarlane, here's weapons for those figures, and they're like twice as big as they're supposed to be. And like, cool, okay, well, they don't fit in any of the hands of any of the figures you make. Do you guys see or hold or interact with any of the products that you make? I don't know. Nomad, you just ordered that Return of Superman and Crypto pack for $40. I haven't. The only collector edition figure that I have paid full price for is Wonder Woman. And she had a lot of accessories and stuff, and I still didn't quite feel like it was worth $30. I mean, the thing about McFarlane, part of what I've been part of why I've been loving what they've been doing lately, the past few years, is just that the price point was so sweet. $20, you know, that if they don't, you know, if the attention to detail isn't quite perfect, if the scaling is off, etc. You know what? I'm not going to beat them up about it. It's $20. Now, charge me $20. That Infinite Earths line is $40 each. $40 each, and they're mostly reused. What? So, I mean, if you just got to have that character, if you're dying for it, and if, you know, you get some other stuff for sale prices here and there, etc., you know, and you can kind of even out the average cost per figure. Yeah, if it's worth it for you, I don't know. It's your call, ultimately. Is it worth it? It's your call. I'm very rarely gonna, you know, tell you, oh, go out and get this, because, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily like, you know, we all have different tastes. I don't love what Hasbro puts out personally, but I could see why somebody does. You know, I'm not. I don't know. There's a lot of you know, fandom. They pretend like something they don't like. They can't imagine why somebody could like it, and which is silly. Of course, you can imagine why somebody would like something different than you like, right? So if it's worth it for you, and you have fun with it, great. It's like I said about that Infinite Earths wave. You know, if you really want the characters and you can afford it, God bless. You know, go for it. But I mean, and I'm not necessarily all the way at the point where where I think like the sky's falling, but you know, people tell me what they think about this stuff, and I see a lot of people that are like, I'm getting priced out of this hobby, dog. I'm getting priced out of this line. I'm out, you know? So, I don't know. I think they need to do something about that gas leak over at McFarlane. They're huffing some fumes, and they're smelling their own farts over there, and I just feel like it's not going to go well. You know, and the other thing about it, though, even if we all did think the sky was falling, and you know that, oh, they're fucking up so bad that they're just gonna, well, they're not gonna go out of business, man. They've been around for 30 years, and I, you know, people like me I was around at the beginning, then I tapped out. They got me to come back a little bit. I tapped out again. You know, Todd is in a way, he's smart in the way that he makes decisions geared toward appealing to normies, because he knows, well, we're gonna come and go. You know, we're fair weather fans. As far as he's concerned, he needs to be grabbing the next person. He can't depend on us. You know, for better or worse, you know, it is what it is. I don't mean like there's not a value judgment in saying that, oh, we're not good, we're not tried and true blue fans, you know, whatever you want to say. These creatures are pretty fun. They get a little bit of movement, not a ton. I do like the little gremlin creature guys. They're pretty fun, but, you know, whatever. This guy in particular, he's got this big open, like, cavity in his mouth, and I feel like if you had some, like, Ghostbusters ectoplasm dripping off this guy out of his mouth, that would be pretty amazing. They all kind of got it. Man, I wish I had a little bit of ooze, dude. Because even this guy, like, look, he's got this kind of concave, like, the top of his head. So if you had you put a little bit of ooze, start dripping down his head, that'd be pretty baller. And this is just a re-release of Throne Spawn with a different head, I believe. Looks like it, I think. He's got some different pieces here. He's got some paint. He's got some paint, and then in other places, no paint. I don't know. If you missed out on Throne Spawn and this guy looks cool, I think you'd have a pretty good time picking him up. And even, you know, these, you know, with some paint on them, they're pretty good. They're still way too damn big, but you get it. Oh yeah, Tony's mom would never let him play with the ectoplasm because it would get on the carpet, and that's true. I think I had to like I think I had to like beg and barter and plead that I would be of utmost carefulness with the ectoplasm or the ooze, because the Ghostbusters came with ectoplasm, the Ninja Turtles came with ooze, and I still got some on the carpet even. Yeah, Danko, I don't know. Worth it? Worth it is up to you. There is some good value in here. I mean, he comes with a ton of these. Guns. He's coming with these little creatures. I mean, I feel like this guy's going to go on sale anytime because he's already been out for a minute, right? So, I feel like he's going to, yeah, there'll be a price drop, an inevitable price drop. George says CNBC reported Hasbro has lost $1 billion in the last 3 months. Well, is that I mean, is that stock value? Like losing, like their stock value dropping isn't actually the same as if $1,000 or $1 billion that was in their pocket just went away. I mean, still bad, obviously. Actually, here's the thing, and that, you know what, here, this is what we're gonna wrap this stream up on. Hasbro. I see, you know, we all see there's a bunch of, Hasbro has, you know, 100 times the sort of cultural footprint in the toy community, right? You know what I mean? For every one channel like this that's, you know, talking about McFarlane or whatever, there's 100, you know, channels out there talking about Hasbro. And people got their problems with Hasbro, as they should, because they're a sketchy-ass, giant, you know, huge company. But these channels out here, you know, they get all butthurt about Hasbro, and instead of, like, actually, the thing is, they actually could, like, have an impact, and you know, they do have an impact when they decide to start checking out of lines and say, oh, I'm not going to collect whatever, you cost too much, etc. But all these people, all these channels, they go in after, like, they don't go after the majority, like, shareholders. They don't go after Hasbro's, like, board of directors. They go after the guys that work on the, like, Marvel Legends line and shit. And, like, what is the point of that? They're going, they've talk and talk and talk all day long about, like, some people that are ultimately just kind of, I mean, at the end of the day, they're replaceable. Even the people that have been with the Legends team for however many years, dude, they could get canned tomorrow, and the people, you know, the people with the actual power at Hasbro won't blink. Why don't they ever go after those people? Why don't they ever actually talk about, like, the actual shitheads at Hasbro? The people that are actually doing the damage, and not the people that are just doing their best, like, and actually care about the lines. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it, man. Yeah, Dom Life. Those guys are just doing their job. Like, there's just this complete lack of understanding, like, how anything works at any company ever. Like, do they not have bosses? Do they not have to do at their job? Do they not have to do, like, some bullshit that they don't care about or don't believe in 100%? You know what I mean? And because the truth of the matter is, the reason they go after the people whose name they know, they don't want to actually do the effort of, like, looking into who is actually, you know, has the power and who is responsible for these terrible choices that are, you know, that create unpleasant circumstances for us on our end of things. And it's why, you know, I generally try to cover things in a positive manner, in a positive light. Not because I think everything's perfect and great and I'm incapable of, like, seeing flaws, but because the people that work on this stuff, they gave a shit and they cared as much as they could within the power and responsibility that they have. And I don't think anybody said, hey, let's make Steel look like shit. Hey, wouldn't that be cool if we made him look like a fucking turd? Nobody's doing that. No. And even, you know, for all, I mean, McFarlane's an easy one because we know the CEO's name. We know who he is. That's an easy sort of, like, you know, he's walking around with the target on his back and we can just say, Todd fucked up. Todd's screwing up, you know? But that's kind of, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's, if you're going to rage against the, like, corporate machine, go after the board of directors, man. Don't go after the guy who was, like, who cares, who put his heart into the, you know, whatever it was, whether it was sculpt or, you know, paint apps, who knows. Anyway, that's my moment of zen. That's yeah, and that Reality Rebel, you're right, that does go for, like, many things, games, movies, etc. And people out here that are just kind of, like, they have a single digit IQ and a YouTube channel and they just want to cry. And they go after the lowest hanging fruit, and they go after things that aren't actually, you know, the source of the problem, and I think it's so tedious and boring, and it stifles creativity, and it's just not actually really valid. Anyway, that's my soapbox. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. First stream of the year, end of February, first stream of the year. Isn't that wild? I'll get a stream going here soon within the next couple weeks, and I'll do some proper giveaways. I got a lot of stuff to hook you guys up with. What's the Liefeld stuff? What are we saying here? I missed that. I missed the Liefeld talk. Oh, he's got new figs? Oh, I don't know about him. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Tony, thanks for that reminder. Drop a like while you're here. Appreciate it, folks. Appreciate you all hanging out. That's right, Dom Life. Now I think I haven't actually seen them yet. I heard about that he was doing that off-brand X-Force figures. Oh, I didn't even mention it. We hit 15,000 subscribers. That's amazing. I'm going to do a updated shelf tour soon, which is going to be this room and my office at work, which is actually kind of off the hook right now. I might go outside show you some other corners of the rest of the house, because I got like toys and some pretty cool artwork and shit. Yeah. So thanks for being here, all of you. Thanks all of you, especially even the ones that I yelled at. God love you. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. We'll party. All right. Until then, here's PVC Batman saying, adios, peace out. Good night.